Okay. Late night beans, right? Late night beans, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it is.
Welcome
It
to
is
the
now.
late night bean. What did you say?
Welcome to the Late Night Bean podcast. Unfortunately, I will be your host tonight. My name is Ghost, and I am joined by my two co-hosts, Superashi and Rory. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name's Rory. I'm bad at video games and usually never here.
Hi, I'm
Yep.
Subarashi, and I'm just as bad at video games, and even worse at Brammer.
The fact that
Apparently,
you just said just as worse just goes to show how much worse you are.
you shut the fuck up. I forgot how to speak.
And tonight I am also joined by a guest, Croza. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy here, yo, twitch.tv/crows up on it.
Oh God.
Oh, God, the shameless plug.
And then I was told we need to get another guest, so I just called our local janitor. So here's Blitz.
Fuck you too. Oh, what's going on, everyone? I'm here.
Okay.
You're not gonna introduce yourself?
No.
Come on, say your own name and say something fun about yourself. Come on.
Hi, I'm Blitz. Welcome to my TED Talk. I have an alcohol problem. No, I have an anime cause problem.
You have both.
I have a lot. I have a lot of
Came
problems.
after his whole career like that.
Bro, I have 99 problems, but a bitch is one.
Say it. No.
Damn,
Well, I-
You're a woman.
damn.
Can't say same for that.
Ooh.
Oh,
Pain.
I'm...
I mean, you
last-
say oof, but really it isn't right now.
Anywho, in last week's podcast, we didn't necessarily have a topic. Me and Crows were put on the spot. But you know what? I came in clutch, and I came in with a pretty interesting topic. Should more anime arcs be adapted into movies?
They just didn't want to get bullied.
Seeing as how... What do you mean?
He's hoping
I
that a
don't-
girl's gonna listen to one of these and be like, man, he's so smart.
Wow.
Damn, you guys really never missed me, eh?
This is exactly why we missed you. What do you mean?
Bro. Oh, that's...
So sorry.
It's all good. But yeah, seeing as the Demon Slayer movie just came out to some pretty critical success, and seeing that they adapted an arc that would be done in movie format, it got me thinking, like, would it make more sense for more animes to do movies of their arcs? It gives them more time and it gives them more budget, you know? And I want to hear everyone's opinion on this.
It's good. Do it.
And that's the podcast. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, no, wait.
Well, I think it could be really good or really bad depending on how it's handled. I mean,
Yeah.
some arcs are short enough where jamming it into a 2-hour-long movie can work perfectly fine. Because if you can read it in under 2 hours, they can animate it for a 2-hour length.
But I was...
So
Okay, just say, actually no.
Yeah.
No, I'll let you go on. 'Cause I was gonna say something about the Demon Slayer about that comic, but go on.
okay,
Go
fair
on.
enough. I think I had a point here somewhere, and now it's kind of eluding me.
Sorry.
No worries. I would love if James gave his opinion.
Oh, nice.
Because
All
I
right,
can't
throw me
remember
under the
what I was
bus.
gonna
Actually, I'll say my point that I interrupted you and that made you forget.
Sure.
I was gonna say, because you said that some arcs, and yeah, it's based on the arcs. And one thing I was gonna say about the Demon Slayer movie, I was shocked that they announced a movie for that arc particular, because to me that arc, yeah, is impactful and it's very impactful to the story. I didn't think it was movie worthy. I didn't think it should have been a movie until I watched it.
Fair enough. But do you think it was a good movie now?
Yeah,
After seeing it?
After seeing it, I think it was a fantastic arc movie. But when I read the arc, I was like, it's a short arc. It's a very short arc.
Yeah, it could probably be done in like 5 or 6 episodes, maybe.
Yeah, like when you read it, it's like it could be and still have the same impact in my opinion too. Probably would still have the same impact. But the fact that they did it as a movie and draw it, they kind of stretch it out a little bit longer than at points than it should have been, but was fine because it worked and
Right.
it just the music, animation, everything. I think it kind of shows what they can do because there's been small arcs in shonens before and other shows too, and you kind of just skip over them or you kind of forget about them because they're kind of small and you're like, I just want to get to the big part. Where I think now, because I've been seeing it from the couple of days, still people are still talking about this Demon Slayer movie. Like, I don't think they're gonna forget it. I don't think they're gonna forget about this arc.
They really did open the door for that sort of idea, so to speak.
And like, look at Jujutsu Kaisen. They're doing the prequel.
Yeah.
And I think that was an arc in the manga. And some people say it wasn't even that long either.
It is an arc in the manga. I don't know how long it is, but I do support the idea of them doing that. But Rory brought up a very interesting point that made me think of something. If it's done wrong, if they don't do it well, it kind of does just open everything up to like people being lazy. Like if you can cram it into a movie, you can leave things out. You can do this and that. So it needs to be
Yeah, of
done
course.
well to be
Yeah.
good. But I think I'd be a bit worried that like studios might get lazy with the idea of doing this.
Mm.
Mm.
I mean, like, look at like what's it called? I mean, the Demon Slayer movie. And then look at fucking Fate Stay Night, Heaven's Budget.
Oh my god.
Like,
Heaven's
damn.
budget. Heaven's budget.
They really did,
He's right though. He's right though.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, and I've been wanting to just go see it. So that kind of scares me.
I haven't
That you said it's Heaven's
I
budget.
haven't seen it, but I've seen like clips from it, and it looks fantastic.
It is.
Like I've heard
It's a
only
marvel,
glowing
brother.
reviews.
It's really good.
Like compared to like Unlimited Blade Works, which was a full anime, and then there's a series of 3 movies that let's say average about 2 hours each. I don't actually know the exact runtime of them.
They're
Well,
about 2 hours or so.
Okay, so we'll average that to 2 hours. That's 6 hours of content versus a full 24 episode standard anime. Like it's, let's see if you average that out. 24 times 20. It's more time. It's more than 6 hours. And I think that the movies, from what I'm seeing of people like reviewing them or like people talking about them, it seems like the movies were done better. So that might be an interesting thing to look into for certain studios and certain works. Like stuff that takes place over a short period of time, like Fate Stay Night does. It takes place over like a couple of nights for the most part. Like it could be crammed, it could be put into a movie and still have the same content with our better budget, and you don't have to wait for.
And not really follow the source material because there's no Irage.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was just saying.
We
I
we
prefer
don't need
when-
that part.
No, see, I would prefer them to do movies on shorter anime arcs over the movies that some animes do already, because if you don't make it about arcs that are already there, we might end up with a very crappy filler movie that doesn't really mean much or doesn't like have that much of an actual effect on anything that's going on, or that just might suck. Like look at I know I love them, but like look at the original Naruto movies.
I actually
They
was
had
gonna
no
talk-
place in
I
the
was
story.
gonna talk about
They
that. I was going to
Right.
talk about that too.
they didn't take place anywhere specific. They didn't have any impact on the actual story. Anything that happened in them retconned afterwards because they were just made up on the spot.
It was a quick cash grabs, if anything.
Exactly, and that's what I don't like. That's why I love the idea of them being made of stuff that's already been written in stone, stuff
Well,
that's like
like,
actual manga arcs.
Wasn't the last one like actually lore? Because this is talking about how
The last.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yes, not
Okay, the
every
last
single
is
one.
canon,
The
but
the
every
last-
other
The
Naruto
last
movie
one.
is non-canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm pretty
that
sure.
and the Boruto one, but that's Boruto movie. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Some of the Boruto movie got retconned though into the series.
Oh yeah, that's true. So
Well, yeah, that
Like
fair.
Momoshiki's fused form got changed, and The whole outcome of that
Yeah, they
fight
tried
was
to-
a bit different.
Of course,
And
you
then they
know.
tried to do it. They tried to do it in the manga, and then they mixed all that up too. Like the ending's completely different in the manga for that whole arc.
Damn.
Like the events are all the
Read
same,
the manga.
but
Apparently, the manga's okay.
the manga's pretty good.
Hmm.
It doesn't have any of that like school life stuff really. It's just kind of the plot's going forward. It's a bit interesting.
Yeah.
Usually when some like Boruto comes out, they're like, "Hey, Ghost, you read the Boruto chapter? What happened?" I was like, "Oh my god, I don't want to be known as the Boruto guy."
You're the Boruto guy now.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. Ghost Zero, the Boruto guy.
I don't want to
Yeah,
be the
I've seen
Boruto
the
guy.
Boruto.
Yo, bro, you read that Boruto chapter?
Boruto chapter?
I read it because the Dragon Ball Super chapter came out the same day. That's it.
Bro,
I just
I'm not gonna
happened
lie.
to
How I always know a super chapter comes out, I'll ask Crozo, "Have you read the chapter?" Even though I haven't read the chapter, just to see if it actually came out and see what he says. And he says like, "Oh, I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to later," or "I have." I'm like, "Okay, so it's out. Okay, I know what to go read."
Speaking of Dragon Ball Super, actually, let's talk about the Dragon Ball Super movies.
Well, they just announced.
Battle of Gods,
They just
Okay.
announced. They just
Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, and Broly.
okay. I think those are 3 movies I want to talk about because out of all the Dragon Ball movies I've seen in my life, those 3 are my favorite. And
Really?
But then-
here's why.
Hmm.
They're actually new lore, and it does. Even though Battle of Gods and Resurrection F gets retconned when they did the Super anime, because they made the Beards fight longer and more epic a little bit, and then
But the movies were a bit better.
but the movies were better, yeah. But Broly, I hope they don't retcon Broly's, because Broly fight was really good.
Oh, that whole movie was fantastic,
Even though I do,
start to finish.
it was better than hearing just Broly scream Kakarot.
My
And
man
for
had
his-
voice lines. Big
And for his
Banana had
reason of
lines.
hating Goku is literally he doesn't even hate Goku, he just hates Vegeta because of his dad now.
Yeah,
Well,
But
actually, it
technically,
was
Broly
his
doesn't hate
dad.
anyone. It was
He
parents.
Yeah.
that
doesn't really
hated
hate
him.
anybody. He doesn't necessarily hate anybody.
no,
Yeah, you're right.
Broly is just angry.
he's just a slave to his he didn't have freedom, and he has it now.
He was manipulated to hate.
And now they just announced on Goku Day, 2022. There's gonna be another movie coming out.
I thought that was an accident.
No,
Well, it was an accident, then it was confirmed.
it was confirmed, and then Akira Toriyama released a statement about it, and
Oh,
and the statement. So people, because what Akira Toriyama said in his statement, people were like, okay, they're not introducing a new character; they're introducing a character that we've probably seen before. So there's a lot of theories that we may see Terrorless. There's a big theory. A lot of people said they should just introduce Cooler, reintroduce Cooler, have him team up with Frieza, and I think that would work. And I think it would be great. It would make
I
sense.
don't know how they tie it in because like with Broly in the manga, all they did was like a passing comment. I don't know how they'll be able to introduce Cooler and like the mix of the current arc right now in the
Well,
manga.
Cooler has always been mentioned though. Like you could tell, like Frieza slightly. Like
No.
Frieza, well,
no, he
Not
hasn't.
really.
not really. Yeah, that's true.
The only thing he's ever said is in his clan or something, he's the shortest.
Yeah, which I
Yeah.
Eh,
that
That's
guy.
not reason.
That
I
guy.
guess.
That
and
guy.
you- that was his whole reason for wanting to grow a couple inches.
But
if
that
I
gives an
remember.
open iteration that there's other people in his clan who probably still alive who are not dead.
Possibly.
So
I mean, we did see his dad.
we did see his dad. So like, there's a big chance that Cooler's out there. He's taller. Probably will we see a golden Cooler? Will we see a platinum Cooler? Please no.
I mean, Golden Cooler would be pretty hype though.
Golden Cooler will be hype. I just want to see platinum Cooler. Oh, you have a golden from Frieza? That's cute. Here's platinum.
What's
Yeah, I
the
sorta
deal
got
with
him. We
different
get
colored
that.
Frieza anyway?
He's just stronger. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like
He's
a
stronger
Super
and he
Saiyan
looks like an
form?
Oscar.
Yeah.
It's basically a Super Saiyan form, yeah. That makes him look like an Oscar.
Yeah.
That's silence.
That is the only explanation I could give you.
But the question is this:
Oh.
what if they did the Moro arc as a movie? I don't think they could do it.
No,
It's too long.
It's too long.
No,
I
there's
think.
too
Tomorrow's
much.
too long.
It's-
Unless you really
Yeah.
want to make it like 3 or 4 hours long or something like that.
I was gonna say, aren't there like 2 whole ass training arcs in there?
In the Moro arc?
Yeah, there's like
There's like
Two,
Goku and
yeah.
Mira's training, and then there's Vegeta training on Yard Rat.
yeah. But then Goku also gets trained by Maris.
Hmm
Yeah, it's too long. Only if they did it like how they're doing the Heavens film, and they just split the two of them, I guess. But I don't see them. There's no point doing
I
that.
don't see them doing that for Dragon Ball.
I see them just saying, "Now we'll just do another anime season of it."
Granted, though, I wouldn't even be surprised if they do a non-canon film because it's Dragon Ball. People been waiting years to see
Yeah.
something Dragon Ball. They know they're going to sell it. They know they're going to sell it.
Shueisha doesn't really care as long as it makes money, so
Yeah,
they don't care
yeah.
if it's canon or
So
not.
another series,
And
Hell,
that's
they
the
could just
thing.
give us Broly too, and we'd all be
a
happy.
series I am going to throw in the hat. Roy's going to be happy about this. I think there's still arc left for Sword Art Online that hasn't been adapted. If I'm not wrong.
There is, in fact, there is. Yes,
So
Unity Ring or whatever.
yeah, I'm wondering.
Unital Ring. Yeah.
I'm wondering. Thinking maybe that could be a film too. Like I think Sword Art Online's big enough that it can get a second film and be like. I think the first film was canon, was it not?
It was indeed, yes.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they announce another movie that's canon.
I would not object to that. Honestly, after the huge fucking like 3-season single season anime that they just had, just wrapping it all up in a 2-hour movie. I mean, I don't really know how long this next arc is going to be. I don't know how long it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
but if it
I don't
wasn't-
know
if it wasn't huge already, I wouldn't say no to that.
I think it's
'Cause
gonna be pretty
it would
big. How
be a-
long?
I
Go
don't
on.
know.
Yeah, how long was Alicization?
Oh, Alicization was like fucking 50
long.
episodes longer.
Like in the light novel, how long? How many?
It was. I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
I know Alicization, like in the novels, it's really, really long.
Yeah, it is.
And that's the thing about this
They
final
actually
arc. I
cut
feel
it
like it would
down
be just
for
as
the
long.
thing.
Yeah, I know they
Um,
cut like a big chunk out. Like I know in the novel they told like what was happening to Kirito when he was in that coma thing with Asuna at the same time for like hundreds or so years.
Yeah,
I know they had like a whole novel on that, and then they didn't.
they
do it,
had
like,
two. So
Yeah.
Unital Ring starts at 21. So from 20 to I think 12 is when it started. It was 8 whole novels.
8 whole novels. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's that could probably pull a Heaven Feels display to 3 movies if they wanted to.
Well, no, that was for the original Alicization. I don't know how many Unital Ring is.
Oh,
Yeah, the Ring is ongoing still.
Yeah.
it's ongoing still. Okay, so
Like the progressive movies, I feel like that makes some sense to buy time, I suppose.
Well,
Yeah.
not necessarily. It's all
I
canon
know.
there too, right?
Yeah,
But for sure, it's definitely giving them more time because they're just fleshing out stuff that's already happened.
yeah. Or at least trying. Well, I wouldn't say trying to right the wrongs because progressive is like what SAO would have been like. Well, after the writer got more experience,
Yeah.
might as well be like. I heard progressive's like basically what you should be reading if you want to get the Sword Art Online experience.
a series I also want.
Because like in the anime they made it like super. It wasn't like it was what 12 episodes. It wasn't brief, but there was more that could have been told, and that's what progressive is for.
Right. Okay, so far there are 5 Unital Ring novels,
5.
Oh,
and it's
boy.
still ongoing. So probably not a movie.
Probably. Or
Um,
they could pull a
You
Heaven
have
Feels.
to make it a series. You can do a Heaven's Feel and make it a couple movies.
A couple movies. Not,
And considering the type of budget SAO would have behind it, I'd be impressed to see what they could come up with animation-wise.
well,
Hell,
that
and
would be
soundtrack-wise.
well, it's by
That would
A.
be
mean,
cool.
It's by A1 Pictures. They're owned by Sony. Sony will
Yeah.
dip their money in. They will dip some money into it.
Hey, you know, just
SAO is basically A1's poster anime.
Yeah, that's true.
smack your money towards it. You know
It
what
was
I'm saying?
7 Deadly Sins, but then when they dropped that movie and they saw how terrible it was, like, boom, Studio Dean, you can have it.
They dropped the movie and then they dropped
Oh,
like
they got the
they dropped
Dean
the
treatment,
movie.
eh?
Yeah.
They dropped the movie and then dropped like the 3rd season or something like that, and it's like oof.
Yeah, people were so
It's
sad,
not out
but
anymore.
I actually been hearing a lot of praise about this last season, though, about 7 Deadly Sins. That's a whole different discussion.
I've seen quite a few memes on TikTok about how bad the animation is
Yeah, I have.
in some parts.
I have heard the animation is still bad parts, but I've heard like the storytelling and pacing has been really good. I have heard the soundtrack is amazing, which I'm not surprised.
Oh, their
Reasons
soundtrack's
why.
always been fantastic.
Yeah,
Is Hiroyuki still on it?
yeah, he's still on it.
Oh, well, that's why. There you go.
There you go. There
yeah,
you go.
Yeah, as long as
That's
as long as that guy's on it. Now I guess we gotta talk about. I was actually before we talk about big one. I was gonna say another series that's been doing something very different with movies is My Hero Academia. They're doing
Oh yeah.
they're doing movies that are partially canon and partially not. Because
What?
No, it's weird.
Well,
It's
Their
like
their canon is in they slot into events, but they're never referenced really.
they're never referenced.
Which
A
is crazy,
little bit they
especially
get
if you-
mentioned.
Yeah, they're
Especially if you consider the newest movie and how that one ends, the fact that they don't mention it is fucked.
Yeah, it's really,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
They don't even try to explain what happened.
That's kind of dumb.
And then they have this other one coming. I have no idea how they're gonna even try to
Yo,
explain that
and
one.
the-
That
and
one
they
just
are-
seems weird. I saw the first trailer. It's like, oh yeah, Deku wanted Crow. I'm like, excuse me.
Well,
He's
That
wanted
could what?
now.
Sorry.
but
He's wanted apparently in the movie.
he's one in the movie.
the
But
new one,
if
the
you're
newest one coming.
if you read
Huh.
if you're up to date with the manga and you see the latest chapters, you're like, okay, I can kind of see, kind of
See,
not.
but that's different. Like
Yeah,
in
it's
the movie, he's wanted by like the authorities and everything.
Yeah, in the movie he's one of authority, and I think it's in the movie trailer they say he kills someone or something like that. It's like
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the hell?
it's
What the?
All
fuck?
right, here's my hard read. Toga can turn into him because she had his blood,
Oh,
so she could
that's
just turn
fair.
into him and murder someone.
that's true. That's probably
Okay.
a possibility.
That
sounds
terrible.
But it would be like super anticlimactic. Like you have a movie about Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki, and the reason why all this is happening is because of
Because
Like,
Toga.
Literally because
Toga.
of
All happened because of Toga. Like,
Yeah, why not?
You're,
Why not?
You're right. It would be kind of dumb.
And all she
Like,
Sorry,
it
no,
would
wanted,
you
become
don't
all
very
she
kinda
wanted-
anticlimactic.
all she wanted was Deku to notice her. That's all she
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, you got Deku.
I mean-
you got Deku to notice her as a bonus. You get Bakugo and Todoroki too.
And-
I mean,
I will say this: they released pictures today of the costumes for the characters, and they do look pretty cool. I just don't understand what the hell the storyline is for this movie, but I'm very interested now to see because they call the costumes stealth, and I'm like, so these are stealth costumes of their hero costumes. Okay,
I can't remember if it was Deku or Bakugo that looks like a freaking Gengar, but yeah.
it's Bakugo.
And Todoroki
It-
looks like
Ba-
Todoroki looks like
Bakugo.
a mixtape.
Todoroki one looks no different. It's just like, alright, it's just in black. It's just in black.
It's just in black with their respective colors. That's about it.
Yeah.
Still looks pretty cool, I guess.
It still looks cool. I think Deku's one with black and green, because black and green always look pretty cool to me, so it looks pretty nice. Now, is this something that we only want to see? We're talking about this. It's mainly happening to shonens, as we're seeing it happen. Shonens and like mainstream animes that these will get. Like we have Jujutsu Kaisen. I also know Black Clover just got announced a movie. They haven't announced anything about what the movie's about. And the anime ended. There's a big theory going on that they think they're animating this whole arc, which I completely doubt it unless they're doing the Heaven's Fields, because the arc is still going. So,
They would turn a current arc into a movie.
yeah. And I wouldn't,
No, it doesn't.
and since we're talking about movies having high budget and high animation, I wouldn't be happy about it because it's done by Studio Pirate, who does Naruto and Boruto. And I have seen those animations in those movies. The Rasengan looks cool, but why does the characters look crap?
this guy though.
Hey man, the
Rasengan
Naruto and
looks-
Sasuke versus Momoshiki fight was some of the best animation I've ever seen in Boruto.
Bro, yeah, I would
Anime
admit
or the
that.
movie.
The
They're both really good.
the show. The show.
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
The show.
The show they popped. The show they popped off.
The show
But
that
that was
popped
the
The
only
show-
time they popped off. I feel like the only other time they popped off like that was the Kawaki episode when he first appeared. But that's
Oh, I saw that. It was so cool.
like once in a blue moon they'll pop off the Boruto stuff, but it's not often.
That makes every pop off that much better though.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
But it also tells us, like,
There you
hey,
go.
man, it's like Roy said, like, it's all based on the strength of the arc. Like, it has to be either a small arc that you can fit in within a max 2 hours, or it gotta be, like, really good animations for that arc, and, like,
Do you know what arc I think would be perfect for a movie, and what arc I think would be able to most benefit from the extra money that would come with the movie, especially with the animation? The rumbling from Attack on Titan.
I was saving that for last to talk about, but yeah, I might as well talk about it now.
Yes!
All of us here, by the way, spoiler wise, all of us here has read the manga. So,
Yes.
Attack on Titan spoilers begin now. Sorry, chat.
But,
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I
I'm not
think the
sorry.
rumbling should be animated in the movie. I think it should be done in the movie, but
Well,
it's not.
Especially since if they did it that way, they wouldn't have these problems with the CGI that they're throwing into it. Or at least you'd think they wouldn't, because they'd have more time to work on it, and they
They
wouldn't
have
have
more
to do
time
it
and
as
more
much.
budget.
Yeah.
I can see certain things not being CGI, but I know for certain the Colossal Titans would be in CGI.
I think it's more of an issue with Mappa. Like, okay, we've seen CGI used by Ufotable. Ufotables use CGI. I think, in my point from seeing the shows they've done, they use it pretty well. They use it for
The
background.
way they use, they use CGI.
Look at
for
Heaven's
background.
Feel.
Yeah, but even in Unlimited Blade Works, you can watch it and you see it. They use it only for backgrounds. They use it for like special attacks or something like that, which makes sense. They don't use it really for characters unless it's like a gruesome. Like the one thing I make fun of is all the time is the cup scene in Unlimited Blade Works or Fate Zero, where all the blood's spurting out.
Mhm.
That's the only time where I'm like, okay, that's funny because it just makes the CGI looks pretty bad to me. I'm like,
I think
but it makes
I
sense.
think they also messed up like one time in the Demon Slayer movie. I won't say one, but there's a moment where like the main villain is talking to Tanjiro, but it's just his head on a
Oh, I know.
CGI snake-like thing. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
terribly
I was gonna
obvious.
talk about
The
that too. Yeah,
the snake-like thing is in CGI, but they just slapped the
Yeah.
villain's face on it and just did that, and that looked a little
it looked
off.
a little off. But other than
Like,
that,
the CGI in the movie is kind of noticeable, but you could overlook it.
you can overlook it. But it's like they use it for background. They use it for the train, which makes sense. It's a moving object. I don't expect them to hand draw a train, really, because that's like a high quality. I
A
expect.
lot of fucking work.
Yeah, I expect you to CGI a
Yeah.
train now and just hand draw the characters. And
Right.
with Attack on Titan, it's a 50-50 thing because at times I'm like, yo, hand draw the Titans.
It
But-
depends on the time. They
Well-
only had 8 months to do the first half of the final season. That's the
Yeah.
only reason why they
Yeah.
didn't CGI.
I think that they would have to CGI the rumbling itself, the
Yeah.
amount of Titans that are a part of it. Sure, I get that. But like the fights, I don't think that they would have to do as much if it was a movie.
I don't think so
No,
yeah,
either.
of course.
I think they should hand draw on the fights if they're doing it as a movie. However, if they're doing a movie, depending on where this part 2 of this final season ends, because we don't know, like when part 1 ended, it was kind of, I was like, oh, okay, this is where it ends, which was kind
It
of,
ended before I thought it was gonna end.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
yeah,
I thought for sure the plan was they were going to end it at like chapter 122, just as Rumbling began. Then it ends,
Yeah.
and then they announce a movie.
no, but instead they ended with Zeke's, which,
Yeah.
and then we see Aaron Pelock and stuff. So that tells me part 2 is actually just beginning from that arc, which tells me like the Rumbling's not going to get a movie. However, the final battle could still be on the table.
Well, it depends on how long they want to stretch it out, really. Because if they, I don't know.
It all depends on the pacing.
I feel like that'd be a little bit of a short movie too, though, if it was just the final battle.
The final battle started at like what 134,
And there's
Yeah.
138,
and,
right?
and then all the way up to like 130, and then you have to do 139, and I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe, but it would just feel really odd.
You guys see the leaks
Dude,
about
it-
his interview about a 140 chapter apparently that he just doesn't.
There-
I did hear
What?
about that.
That's a meme in like the Attack on Titan Discord that there's a 140 chapter.
Yeah, I saw the reports and leaks. It's like explains some things, but people when you read about the leaks and the explanation, you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt because if it's true, that makes 139. Like Afro says, I agree with his opinion. It makes it from being like a 7 or 8 out of 10 to like a 3 out of 10.
Those
Yeah,
new leaks really just take Attack on Titan down for me. It's just that's not good at all.
Yeah,
If those leaks are real.
if those leaks
Unless they, well, what leaks specifically?
Can
basically retcons
So-
the whole ending in a way.
I say
Why?
the leaks or not?
Well,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can
if it's
count.
not canon, who cares?
We've announced spoilers. Like
I
it's
bet.
Yeah.
So in the final release of the final volume, they're going to add an additional 8 pages. So in those 8 pages, apparently Mikasa apparently has children, and the father is John. But that's not what we need to worry about here, right? There's some people who are
Hey,
upset about
that's
that, but that's
horrible to begin with, but yeah, continue.
okay. But then the next part of the leak states that Paradise apparently gets destroyed from the war, and the Titans aren't gone.
What?
Yeah.
So that's
Then
why
what
I'm
would
like,
be
okay,
the
that
whole
just
point?
Yeah, that's
that ruins the entire point of the final arc.
yeah, that's why. That's why if they do a movie, I can see them even adding that to make the movie longer. There will be a whole epilogue at the end of the movie.
That would ruin
So-
it. That would ruin
That
it.
That
would
would ruin
ruin-
it.
That would
To be
trivialize
fair,
everything that
to be
happened.
fair, it would ruin it for us, but it would be closer to Isayama's original vision than what the actual ending was, because he wanted everybody to die. He didn't want a happy ending.
No, he didn't want a happy ending. He wanted everyone to die. So it would for him. He would have the last laugh, but for everyone,
Yeah.
for everyone else,
No, it's just the way that 139 was done. Then he just cut to it. Like he already built towards it before, and then he changed it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like we see that in chapter 130 or 131. That's what it was going to be, and then he just changed it at the last second. And then when he realized that not too many people enjoyed the ending, then he just goes back on his idea. Well, now it doesn't work because it doesn't make much sense. Like I think Isayama should have just stuck to his guns and did it. Because there are people who just stick to their guns and do it, and it ends up really well.
I think it would have been a better ending if they didn't bring back all the people who turn into Titans.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
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 That would have been like
It would
the
have felt
sacrifice.
real.
You would have
No,
felt the
but-
sacrifice there too. Like
It would have made sense since the Titan power is gone, so they transform back into their normal human form.
What a lot of people wanted was like the Titan power leaves, but the humans don't turn back. The Titans just disappear,
they just die and dissolve.
and that's it.
Or
That
in
would
that
be
moment,
better.
no more Titans could have been made. Something like that. I don't know.
So they
Yeah.
still
But
have to
then-
kill the rest of
wouldn't
the
be better.
Titans.
But
So
then
you have
Armin
that
would have
bittersweet
died, and then
ending.
everybody else who was a shifter would have died.
Well, no, the shifters in human form, their power would just disappear. Any of the
Yeah.
pure Titans in Titan form would have just had to have gotten killed off.
Yeah, that would have been a lot more interesting than just bringing everybody.
Yeah, it would have
back
been a
just
lot more
because-
saddening if like
Yeah,
Annie had to kill her dad, and then like
yeah.
It would have been such a bittersweet ending.
I
Like
want
everything they
supposed to be.
worked for had finally come to pass.
I
but
may be
at
sound
such
like
a great
I may
cost.
sound like I say this right now, but I would love to see a panel of just seeing Mikasa ripping the nape out of Titan form John, and gone.
God damn!
oh my.
Hey.
Violence.
Anything to keep her from having kids with them. I mean,
I,
go for it.
honestly, when I read that, I
And you
li-
talk about my malicious intent.
when I read that, I was
Yeah, we
like,
will talk about it. We can keep talking.
Hold on, when I read that, I was like, this is just as bad when I saw his story with the kid. I was like, this is just as bad. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Like, first you throw rocks, and then now...
Yeah, really.
And I kind of hit the power like, listen, I let that go, but I can't really let it go.
I mean, all the homies out here like it should have been Aaron.
Like 130
Yeah,
set up
of
to
course
be
it
Aaron,
should.
and then the last second change. I was like, why? That was fine. There was nothing wrong with that, really.
You made the point
Yeah.
in Aaron crying over Mikasa pointless.
I know,
Just
right?
even more pointless.
Yeah.
She even
You
stick to
do.
her guns. In the end, she was like, "Nah, I'm gonna be with him then." But then again, he did say, "Forget me," and I guess
Yeah,
well,
but I don't think
Aaron,
she would have.
Mikasa didn't really forget him, though. That's the thing.
Neither
At the
did
end, we
John
see
or
her-
them. 'Cause remember, we had that panel when they were talking, when they were returning to Paradise, they were talking about what Aaron
Dog,
did.
why didn't Jean just go with Peak? He said he likes girls with long black hair.
Bro,
Yeah, he should have fucking with Pierre.
Like, Mikasa's hair was short. Well, actually, he had a ponytail in the end, but come on now. Peak is right there.
and she's used to doggies now. She's been on all fours for like most of
oh
her
my
life.
god,
It's perfect.
Yo.
I just reached a new appreciation level for Piek that I don't think I would have been able to.
I did
I mean,
too
yeah,
when I
you
saw
think
those
so.
fan art.
You
When I saw
people-
those fan arts, I reached a new appreciation for Peak too.
See when people did the math for
Yeah,
the
I know.
circumference of her cheeks?
Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, really?
I didn't see
Yes.
that. I didn't see that one. I didn't see the
Oh
circumference.
man.
They did it for her, but they also did it for Reiner. And it matched
Yeah,
the
Bro, what?
The anime community is down bad.
oh my
That's
god.
all I have to
Oh.
say.
So what we're saying is Reiner has cheek, but he has the same cheek as Piek. But Piek has mad cheek, which means Reiner also got mad cheek.
Yes.
That is
Not
stupid.
surprising.
Anyway,
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Now,
If you can't accept that Reiner's caked up, then you can't accept it. I'm sorry.
the thing
I won't accept it then.
I was
Oh.
to guess a little bit back on top here. One thing that Demon Slayer and Dragon Ball Broly kind of opened the doors to, even though Broly happened like 2 years before Demon Slayer, is that especially since COVID, we're gonna see a lot more anime movies probably hit theaters, movie theaters,
What movie theaters?
or streaming
But
network.
after COVID.
After COVID.
I mean, after COVID, I mean,
After?
you know, yeah, I mean, where we are, we
Where
can't
we are,
go to
but in the
movies,
States,
but,
there were
like,
open
you know, in
movie
other
theaters.
places,
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw a bunch of people on Twitter tweeting out they were at the movie theaters in the States watching the movie. Some people
Yeah,
saw it
lucky
like
them.
four times. I don't know why, but they saw it 4 times.
You
They
tell me
thought it
how
was so
awful
good they
it
had to
was.
pay more money.
My wallet. I had to use more.
Me, an intellectual, just watching it online.
And to be honest, during COVID time, I think it's the right time to release anime movies because A, you can do it because it's not interaction, so you don't have to worry about the COVID really. I don't know how they do the studios though in Japan. So,
What do you mean, like?
well, because I heard how they did Soul for Disney Plus, how it got released. Half of it, they weren't really finished it, and some of the actors did the recordings from their home booth. That they buy a
Oh.
booth at their house, and they did the voice recording. And
Well,
so,
in Japan, I think they have COVID like under control a little better.
no, they
They
didn't.
do.
No, they just
No,
went-
Well,
for voice
now.
actors, they just send them the equipment and be like, "Hey, just record your lines."
Yeah, but also Japan just went on state of emergency like a couple of days ago because of the Tokyo Olympics.
Well, that was a couple of days ago.
Oh,
but
I just
feel
saw
like,
a fucking YouTube video of a live Lisa concert that was like last month.
yeah, I was gonna say like Japan kind of has it under control. Not
More than we do,
perfectly, but
anyways.
they can at least go back to normal slightly.
Granted, they probably in
In-
state of emergency, and I don't know how they're handling it. They probably it's like totally different from us. Like they're not completely locked down.
Yeah, fair.
A little too
Right.
soon.
It's also
A little too soon, but I was gonna say India. At least we're better than India, but like no, that's too soon. I shouldn't say
That's
Well, they're at a level that hopefully we never get to.
I freaking hope.
But we'll see. I actually have a coworker who's stuck in India right now. He went home because his grandpa was dying, and then he got stuck. He couldn't come back.
that.
And he's still there.
He's not coming back until June. That sucks.
Oh, he's not coming back until I don't know how long.
So anime.
Hey, so,
That whole silence of like, oh.
who's
On that
gonna
note-
go
Forgot we were
first?
streaming for a second. Hey, slightly off topic, but my game glitched and Moreau died in one hit.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. I have no clue what the hell you're talking about, but
Crazy.
Alright.
Oh,
Resident
sorry,
Evil.
one of the
You
bosses
found your-
in Resident Evil. My bad.
oh, okay, my bad,
Yeah.
my bad.
That's pretty funny.
He literally, the second he showed up, I shot like a grenade launcher at him, and it just the cutscene played. I was like, oh, okay,
All right.
sure.
My question is, do you guys think like a slice of life anime would do as well as these shonen ones with
No.
movies?
No, probably
No,
not.
absolutely not.
Hold on though, because a lot of the slice of life ones wins Oscars, like Silent Voice and I forget the other one.
All right. Let me ask you a question. How well do you think a Baka and Test movie would go?
I'll go watch it 3 times. It'd probably be hilarious.
Oh my god.
It'd probably be hilarious. But animation wise, nah. I'm rewatching the series, bro. They didn't even draw background characters. They just give them colors.
Oh yeah.
But that's what makes it funny.
That's
Maybe.
the budget.
That was the
Just the
budget.
the low qualityness of how it can be sometimes might just be like part of the charm.
Mhm. But
Like also the thing with Slice of Life is that it kind of is fed by that episodic style. Like you get more overall content from that episodic
Mhm.
style.
Yeah.
Like you get more entertainment from like that comedy aspect of it than you would from like a strictly action storyline being put through a movie. Like if you were to put the same storyline through a movie, you'd have to cut parts out that would otherwise be used for like gags.
damn.
Like it just wouldn't make sense.
So basically, slice of life anime movies would just be in the same limbo of rom-com movies in real life.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
They just
they would.
they're like movies you wouldn't go pay to see in theaters, but you go buy on DVDs and you watch or on stream when you're bored.
Yeah, more like that.
Yeah.
It'd be something you see on Netflix and go, huh? It's on Netflix now. Guess I'll watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think they'd be bad. I think they'd be worth seeing, and I think they'd be like good still.
Well-
I just don't think they'd do as well because you're missing out on so much of the content that comes from that genre.
I've seen two. I mean, it was Silent Voice and I forget the name. It was about the meteor shower and the switch bodies. It was like Freaky Friday, but the animation for it looked god tier. Like it looked so beautiful, and the music was really nice too. But I get your point. The only reason I watched it was because it was on Netflix. And I was,
Way to prove my point.
yeah, that's why I was like, I got your point because it was on Netflix. I was just saying like, I'm just saying like maybe like Funimation, Crunchyroll, and Netflix they should pump out more on their streaming network these movies. So you should still do those movies and pump them out because people will still watch them on their own streaming networks. But I don't, like you said, I don't think anyone's gonna go pay to go see it unless it's like a. I can't remember the last time I actually went and go pay for a rom-com that was not because I was on a date.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Hell, I can't remember the last time I paid to go see a movie when I wasn't on a date.
Hell, I can't remember the last time I was able to actually go pay to see a movie.
We just
Hey,
went
man,
right down that,
it's been,
Jane.
it's been too long. I wish I could have seen the fucking Demon Slayer movie in theaters. That would have been awesome.
I actually want to see the experience.
I would have been able to see the Funimation logo go up and then hear somebody in the back go, Eren Yeager. It would have happened. And then somebody else from across the way would have went, shit. And it would have been great.
I just want to hear how it was sound in the movie theater because watching a movie at your house and then watching a movie theater is a totally different experience.
Oh, completely.
Unless you have a home theater.
Oh yeah, unless you have
In
a home
which
theater.
case, spare some money for us peasants, please.
Like I just watched Endgame on my TV in 4K and like it looks to me. I actually think it looked better than when I watched it in theaters. But sound wise, I was like, no, doesn't even compare to when I hear it in theaters.
You really do need that full sound system to get the best out of movies.
Just to get the best. Sometimes you can look visually nice, but sometimes it's the sound that kind of also reels you in and not make you like hold your phone in your other hand while you play another game while watching a movie.
Anything else?
Well, actually, Blitz's comment there about the specific genres got me thinking, what genres would actually be good fits for these types of movies? Like, what genres would actually make good arcs into movies?
All right, you guys go.
Mostly shonen, to be honest.
Mostly shonen, but
Like-
It's mostly
you guys,
Anything action, I'd say, like action adventure.
you guys are gonna turn me down on
You-
this, but I actually want to see a horror. I
I was
actually,
No,
would
no,
agree
that'd be
with you,
cool. That
actually.
would be
That'd
cool.
be a
the
good.
same thing.
I
That'd be a
think
good idea.
I think horror.
I
would
honestly
be-
thought you were gonna say something a lot worse.
What? Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not touching fan service. Not one bit. I would never. If
I mean, fan service at that point it would just be like a softcore porn.
yeah,
You might as well just go on.
bro.
You might as well just go on Hentai Haven.
Bro, if I see a fan service anime movie in theaters, I'm like, what are we in the 80s where they show porn in movie theaters after midnight?
It would have been like a fucking 18A High School DxD movie or some shit.
Oh man.
All right, I'm not gonna lie.
Now I might actually watch that.
as-
I would watch that.
As someone who has read it,
That's my point.
as someone who has read it,
Damn it.
as someone who has read it, it all depends on what arc they do. Because there's an arc they could do that's not even that fan service. There's like probably 2 nipples you will see throughout the whole movie. And you'd be like, well, this is not High School DxD. I thought that was fan
Wow,
service.
two whole nipples.
2 whole nipples.
Wait, like from the same girl or?
Same girl or different girls?
Like I said, 2 whole nipples.
Oh,
Not gonna spoil it for us. A man of culture.
I am not going to spoil because
A man who doesn't want to admit his own degenerate.
Oh no, he's already admitted his own degeneracy.
I already
He
admitted
admitted
it.
on stream that he is horny on main.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, I
It's
remember
clipped. You
seeing
can't
that.
live
What
that
happened?
down.
I remember
he-
seeing that message, but
He read out the card on Cards
The
Against
clip,
Humanity.
the clip
and,
is on quotes.
clipped it, and we quoted it, and I pinned both of them.
Yeah, you can see
Oh.
the clip. You can see the clip, and it's but no, it's from
Wow.
2 different girls. And it's only from.
oh, see, okay.
Interesting.
But I doubt a High School DxD will ever get a movie. I don't think there will be ever an actual
Probably not.
Bro,
No,
I
never.
was shocked to see that there was nipples in the
Good
Sword
luck.
There was Asuna's nipple in the Sword Art Online movie, which I was like, what?
Hell yeah, there
I
was.
remember when the director
There was
teased that
what
stuff, too.
now?
Yeah, man.
The
James,
director literally goes like by the Blu-ray. And
we
you
were
can see
watching the
Asuna's nipple.
movie. Remember, we stopped. We stopped before we got to that part.
We never started.
Yeah, I don't think Chase was there.
Yeah, we watched
We're
a
gonna
couple minutes of it,
Oh, did we?
and then we all got in the chat and we're like, oh, let's do this later as a group, and we're like, okay, and we stopped.
Yeah, we saw. We were
Right. All right, let's watch the movie. Let's do it after this podcast.
Oh fuck.
Oh baby.
I think it's just shonen, which kind of means like whatever big shonen comes out next has to be good.
I mean,
It really does. depend
you're
on
right
the
that it
anime,
has to
too.
be shonen. But I think anything that's like action adventure, anything that has a very clear cut storyline that could be followed in the form of a movie, like nothing that would bounce around too much.
but it's like
You know?
I hate to use this, but it's like when you go watch a Marvel movie. Okay, the difference between watching a Marvel movie and like the regular action movie that they just slap on some A-list celebrity who done action movies before, like freaking Vin Diesel, and you see the quality difference. You're like, well, this was stupid, but you're so enthralled in the Marvel movies because you know what? There's a storyline. There's actually a pretty good, like, it's like things like you seen a first movie, you seen the first Iron Man and stuff like that. It's the same thing with these shonen movies. Like when Dragon Ball Battle of Gods came out, because why it was so hyped? Because everyone watched Dragon Ball growing up.
Well, then look at Heaven's Feel. Heaven's Feel, I'd say, well, I can't say Fate's underrated, but it's got its niche group. It's not shonen. I wouldn't call it mainstream per se, but it generated a lot of hype when that movie came out. And that movie has a very cohesive storyline that you can follow. That fans of the Fate Stay Night as a whole, you were able to follow. And some of them might even have known if they'd played the VN. Like,
Okay, whoever plays the visual novel of Fate Stay and you went to watch the movies, I hope to God you did not compare the scenes.
what do you mean? Like,
You know
the
exactly.
scenes in the
You know
scenes in
exactly.
the movies are better.
Yeah, thank you. That's all I'll say.
It's ufotable animating it. What do you mean?
You probably wouldn't even do that. No,
those
but
those scenes wouldn't happen.
I see your point, though. However, I'm just saying they should at least add one of them just to add some thrill to the movies.
They added one of the scenes in Unlimited Blade Works. They alluded to it.
No, I'm talking about.
Yes, they did.
They have the whole setup, and then they talk about the
We've been over
aftermath.
this many times. Talk about how it feels. I'm talking about Best Girl Sakura.
Apologize.
Sorry, boss. She isn't best girl.
I was gonna say, that doesn't exist. What?
There
Keyshawn
are-
is lying on Maine?
There are 3 girls that are better than Sakura in Stay Night alone.
Oh boy, I
3.
3. I'm
Oh,
one.
Saber,
Tosaka?
Tosaka, and
Tosaka,
Ryder.
Saber, and Ryder. Yeah!
First off, I can't say Ryder without saying Alexander the Great. Even though he dies.
Wrong
soon.
Ryder. Wrong Ryder.
You have to specify.
Medusa. Abort.
Yeah, when you say Ryder, I'm like, bro, that's a guy. Unless you said Medusa, then I'm like, okay, I understand, because Medusa is hot, and I can agree with that.
You know, like the fuck go back meme.
Go back.
That's me.
I'm like, bro, I can understand if you're saying Alexander the Great. I mean, yeah, he's a Chad, but like, come on, bro.
He that real Chad.
I
I mean, look at that man's biceps.
that's
Never
not,
skips a day.
bro. That's not why I say he's a Chad. Like, the same thing with
He is
Eskimo.
absolutely a Chad, though.
Sheesh.
Charge into battle even though you're going to lose and still held onto your well.
Sorry, reflex.
Did you pull out the soundboard?
No, that was me. What do you mean?
Hello there.
My soundboard's actually not working right now.
Oh, feels bad.
Unfortunately, yeah. Right after I added my new favorite sound to it too. But it's whatever.
Well, I will say, since we are talking about ufotable, and seeing how they just did the Demon Slayer movie, I would not be surprised, because we talked about this before, if they did the final arc of Demon Slayer as a movie.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
I wouldn't
I
be
would be
surprised.
interested in seeing that.
I just got through all of that myself, so I know what's going on there. And
I would not be surprised they split it into 2 parts instead of 3 like Heaven's Fields, because it is pretty long, so they could split it
Oh,
into 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
The
know if they
fights
could
in
do
the final arc are
2
pretty
for
hefty.
sure. That's also a good point, though.
I would definitely be interested in seeing that.
And the reason why I said the first movie will end, in my opinion, if they do a movie, the first movie will end with Tanjiro versus Akuza. Oh, Nagisa host, that's what's the...
Hello there.
Hey, thanks for the host, Nagisa.
Tanjiro versus Akaza. That happens like way early on, though. That's the thing.
That's the thing, yeah.
I did not know we made an exception to start early, so my apologies.
No, that's
To
okay.
be fair,
Oh,
no
good.
one actually agreed to what you said.
I feel like that's a discussion for later.
That's a discussion for later.
Moving on.
Wait, what?
Moving on.
Moving on.
Don't worry about it till after the podcast.
Someone to catch me up to at least what's happening now.
Wow,
We were talking about Demon Slayer's final arc being put into movie form.
Do you think it will?
I think it'd be good.
I don't think it will, but I think that they could get away with it if that's what they wanted to do.
I don't think it's a bad idea by any sense of the meaning of that.
Okay. Apologies, my voice kind of a little raspy.
If they
A
want
lot
to,
of screaming, good sir.
No, I wouldn't say a lot of screaming. Just a lot has happened.
Fair enough.
I feel like if UFO Table want that final arc to be the best it could be, then it might be in their best interest making a movie. But I don't know.
I
They
mean,
don't want it to be a
budget-wise and
two-part.
animation-wise, I can agree with that.
If they look at it and say we don't want to stretch it out too long, then they'll probably just make it into an anime.
We don't want
I
to
mean-
do this. We're just gonna do this.
I think a 2-part movie could serve a pretty good purpose. I don't necessarily know the storyline going into this arc, but from what it sounds like, and you guys are saying a 2-part movie would do it, I could see that happening. As long as there's like a solid point, like a solid divide, where you can conceivably end the movie off on
Oh yeah.
like a note that would keep people interested, but not like a huge like end of episode week, wait another week cliffhanger. type of
I'm just saying it has to be
end.
done in the movie because I think the ending would just. It's the only way people will accept the ending. Because when the manga ended, people did not accept the ending.
It was so weird.
It was so weird. But if
Like
they,
it really just came out of left field.
if they do it anime,
Interesting.
it's gonna cause an uproar. But if they do it as a anime movie, I don't think it's gonna cause an uproar because they can flow it better than just doing episodes. You know.
I'm gonna have to catch up.
Yes, you will.
I've got a movie and some required reading to do.
I haven't watched the movie too. Let's watch it together.
Okay.
Have fun with that animation and.
We're gonna go watch it on stream.
I mean, you ready to get?
That's how you get negotiate outer space.
Oh.
How about we watch it in this chat on quote unquote stream? Just we forget to hit stream and then just watch and talk about it.
Watch
sounds
us
good.
talk about
Doable.
it. Doable.
I think you
Yeah.
contradicted everything, but okay.
I think I got more beer in the fridge.
I haven't even opened any yet.
Get on that, bud. I'm two beers deep.
Bruh.
Already?
What? I can hold my liquor.
I guess.
Sorry. I just laugh when I'm lied to. That's all.
Says the guy who's out of practice.
Out of practice and still could drink you under the fucking table.
Bring it.
And
Bring it.
all right, turn on the cameras.
I just got a webcam too.
Is your
Perfect
girl
timing.
talking to them?
What's like a movie that really, like, a movie that would sell so well if it came out?
I think Fist of a North Star.
What the? Why?
I-
No, it wouldn't.
Hear me out.
Interesting choice.
Hear
But
me
why do you
out.
think it's not? It's going to.
I think when was the last time Fist of the North Star got anything new?
Not like a game, like I don't know,
Yeah,
2
no,
years
yeah.
ago.
Did they actually? I didn't
Yeah,
even
it was
hear
a
about.
game.
I didn't hear
Yeah, that was a
about that.
PS4 game.
Oh, my bad. I actually
Dude,
think
that's the point. Nobody would hear of it. Only the OG people would go see it.
yeah. I guess it'd be
All right,
like
you know what
a,
I think would.
I guess it's a more
Oh,
combat
continue.
situation than like I'm not even watched that new movie, but I heard what people said about the movie. I'm like, okay.
Like it's an only for fans sort of thing. Like it's only good if you're
Oh
a fan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It absolutely is. Only for
Okay.
like,
Yeah, because
only if you're a
technically,
big fan.
everything happens for no reason.
I see.
Everything kind
literally-
of just leads up to the final fight, and that's it.
Literally, Sonya fights Kano for no reason other than for the purpose to fight.
Sick. Apparently, I heard Kano
Are
stole
you
the,
talking about the
stole the
first-
show for that movie.
Yeah, Kano was hilarious.
And plus,
Isn't
Jax
he?
had no reason to fight Sub-Zero. What does he do? Fight Sub-Zero. He literally says you won't be able to take him. He has a mark. Okay, what makes you think you could take him?
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Loses his arms.
Mm,
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear myself say that that
How
guy
long have
couldn't
I
take
been?
him, but I
How long
could.
have I been talking with a muted mic?
Not long.
not long.
I didn't even know you were
Okay.
talking.
No, honestly, not long. But
That
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, like why do people just get folded on purpose? I don't understand.
plot convenience.
Content.
What? Man,
It is literally content and plot convenience. That's about it.
It sucks though.
You're right. It's not great, but whatever furthers the plot.
But it is.
As like
Anyway.
as
Damn.
someone who does write, you do have to worry about furthering the plot.
Yeah, and you don't want to
And
stretch
if-
it too off, and you don't want to stay away from it. So
Yeah. I think what would make a good like anime arc to movie type of deal though would be the Bleach Can't Fear Your Own World novels that happened like after the Thousand Year Blood War. So after that arc were to be animated and come out, if they made that into a movie or a series of movies, I think that would do pretty well.
Make the whole Blood War a movie, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely don't.
don't.
That would be awful. that would
I mean,
either that would
I
be
feel like it's too
awful
much.
or you need that'd be awful or you need like a 4-hour Justice League Snyder cut type of deal.
As much as I praise the Blood War arc, it's heavily rushed, and you can see that Kubo did not want to write it.
Hey, how about they
It
make
is-
a movie for the second half of Tokyo Ghoul Re and just completely redo it? Because they butchered it last time.
Well,
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
I
Kamito
can
wants to
agree
join.
with that.
yeah, we're not. It's private.
We're hitting towards the end of this. Like we're in the
Yeah.
final stretch.
Yeah.
How long did these usually run?
Like an hour 20. We're near an hour. So
Anywhere between an hour and 2 hours.
Anywhere
it's-
between whoever runs out of ideas and
it all depends on our topic, really.
As soon as we break an hour, I feel like it's just whenever we run out of ideas, we're done.
Yeah, usually. But like, I don't. Here's the thing with Bleach. I don't think Kubo's gonna do a movie. Now
He won't.
I don't.
No, you're right.
I don't think Kubo's gonna do a movie. I think he's just been done with it. He didn't even want to do Blood War. He got forced to do it, kinda. It's kind of sad, but like when you read Blood War, you kind of like, yo, this is so epic. But you can, when you look at the art of it, you kind of at times it looks amazing. But when you look at some of the backgrounds and everything, you can tell he just rushed this. He didn't want to do this.
I mean, you're right. He wanted it to be over.
they
Yeah,
didn't want to do it. Then why did he start the Blood War in the first place?
pressure,
Pressure.
Pressure.
Yeah. Like editor pressure.
editor pressure.
They wanted something out, and they did what they could to get it out.
To push it real good.
Think about it. Like, have you heard anything about Bleach until now? Like,
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
it was pretty tough.
As unfortunate as it is pretty tough.
From what I heard, Kubo was the one who kind of forced them to end the anime where they ended it because he was just like, "Stop, I just don't want to continue. Really. So
And I think unless the Blood War goes well, I think that that'll probably be a better ending point for it.
yeah.
Like they might have to take some liberties here and there to fix some
Pokemon's
stuff.
still making movies.
Yeah. Pokemon's always
Pokemon's making movies?
Alone,
Pokemon will
Is
always-
Ash Ketchum still
Yeah.
10? Yes.
Yes.
Probably.
Are you surprised?
unfortunately.
My boy hasn't grown up. I grown up, but not him.
Bro, he's been 10 since before I was 10.
Facts.
Facts.
Oh, basically 10 before we were even fully born.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I remember.
He
Oh
just
yeah,
my man
didn't the
was
Pokemon movie
aged.
come out in like 2000 or something? Because it was like Pokemon 2000. Or was that?
Yeah.
Am I fucking remembering?
That's
wrong?
not the. I don't think that's not the mute. That's not like the first movie, but
That's not the
there
first
is
one.
Pokemon the movie 2000.
Yeah, that's the
Wasn't
Okay.
2000 Entei?
No, that's Lugia.
2000. That's
Oh,
legit.
okay.
That's the legendary birds.
It's like Lugia and Ho-Oh type of deal.
The power of one. Or
When was the
whatever.
last time one of those movies were they ever even in theaters? I always thought they were on like
First one was probably-
DVDs or
They
The
were
first one was in
that-
theaters because I remember about the HMU cards that you'd get when you go to a theater to watch the first one.
Oh yeah.
really.
I don't know about the other ones.
We all know what the last movie was of Pokemon in theaters.
Detective Pikachu.
Yes.
Wasn't it the
I've heard like a lot of praise for that movie though. I haven't
No,
seen it
I-
myself.
It
I'm
was
not
good
saying
in
it's
the kid
bad.
movie way.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. When I heard that Ryan Reynolds was voicing Pikachu, I was like, "What the hell?" But he actually
I
pulled it. It was kind of funny, but I'm like, "Okay, that's
From what I've heard of it, I
Yeah.
don't think he did a bad job.
I don't think he did a bad job, but it's kind of just weird. You're like, "What?" I would never expect that, but okay.
This man was Deadpool.
Now he owns
Yeah.
his
Well,
own.
now he's a.
Now he also owns cell phone company and gin.
I mean, hey, he's really putting himself out there, you know.
Yeah, I respect the work.
He's an innovator.
But what would really sell though? Like, I don't. I mean, the Broly movie for Dragon Ball. I don't even know how well it sold actually. There you go.
It is
I would
the-
assume pretty well,
I mean, it got most of us to buy it.
considering the.
You mean Ghost bought it? We just
What do you mean? I paid him back. I'm like, you guys.
I pay. Well, I bought,
What happened?
I bought Ghost. I bought Ghost Endgame tickets, so he was just paying for that.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
I bought you Endgame tickets.
No, you didn't. I bought the
You
receipt.
bought me
No.
Infinity War tickets, and then I bought you
Oh.
Endgame tickets.
Right, I bought
That's
Infinity War.
what
Yeah,
that's what I was paying you back for with the Endgame tickets. I don't know where you got it.
I knew I bought you for that one of the Avengers movies. I'm like, it was either Infinity War or Endgame. But I'm like, I'm gonna say Endgame.
Hey, look, I remember that one vividly because I bought another ticket for your friend,
That couldn't make it.
And
That
it was
went
like,
to
no.
Jordan.
and then it was like, nah, you can't make it. And I gave it to Croza.
Feels bad.
Huh.
I'm really racking my brain trying to think of other things that would really sell, and outside of like
I think it just depends on the brand at this point when it comes to
It-
anime movies.
I think if you want sales alone, you really do have to stick with shonens too.
This is
Yeah,
why
so
I'm
pick
kind
one
of.
of the big
That's
three
why
or-
I'm kind of scared because I'm scared about Black Clover because a lot of people drop the anime because of Asta screaming because they watch it
Just
sub.
watch it dubbed.
Yeah, they
Watch it dubbed.
They watch it sub, and he screams a lot sub. But if you watch it dub, it's actually Asta's voice is not even that loud. He's not even like.
They really did fix it with the dub, and that's what actually got me to watch it. I watched the first couple episodes subbed, and I couldn't handle it. And then I came back when it got a dub, and I thought, wow, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's not. It's actually like I love Yami's voice because it's Chris Sabat. He actually
Oh,
nails
Chris
it.
Sabat's fantastic.
He nails it.
Wait, what? Who?
Chris Sabat is Yami
Oh,
in Black Clover.
I heard Chris Evans. I was like, that's not right.
Bro.
No. It's Chris Sabat.
I could never see Chris Evan place. Yeah.
You know, Chris Sabat, the man who voices about half of DBZ.
Oh, it's DBZ. Of course, I don't know him.
You think I'm kidding? He voices so many people.
Oh no, I know you're telling the
DBZ.
truth, and that's why I am also telling the truth and saying that's probably why I don't know him.
Wait,
I
have you
don't
seen?
watch.
Have you seen dubbed My Hero, or did you watch it subbed?
I watched it subbed like a
That
normal.
that
person.
explains that explains a lot.
Yeah,
He's All Might as well.
he's like All Might.
Young Midoriya.
I think.
He does a really good job of that too.
Yeah. I know some people were criticizing it. They're like, I'm like, what? They're like, he changes his voice. I'm like, I would hope so. He changed his forms. Like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
that kind of makes sense. And I heard like the sub they kind of don't. Like I've heard some of the sub he kind of doesn't change really. He just changed like kind of his pitch in a way. But it's like
Like
But that's kind of the
changes
same
his
thing.
tone.
he's toned, yeah.
It's
Like-
it's a bit more darker and gravelly when he's normal, but it's not that noticeable of a difference.
No. I know you're about to say that's basically the same thing grows up, but actually sometimes you could tell a difference, and you kind of just want a difference. I'm not saying like I don't want like a different voice, but like, cause like when he's in skinny form, he's kind of ill. That's the like I kind of want to hear like him sound like he's ill, which he does in the dub in a way at times.
It sounds like you are conflicted with that idea.
Maybe.
I mean, I can confidently say that it does sound like he's like not entirely well in the
Yeah.
dub. I can say that with pretty good confidence. Like the way his voice, the way he carries himself when he's not in like Chad mode
Chad
is
mode.
very clear. Like his voice, everything, like the gravelly tone, the deep tone to it.
His
You
young
can really tell that
Midoriya.
he is. And then when he goes all like grandiose and
Yeah, that is,
muscles up,
I will admit though, the sub part nails it, but like seeing Chris Savage just try to do his best to do it just makes me laugh, and it sounds so good.
it fits the tone of the show.
Yeah.
Like they nailed it on casting.
I think that's
Okay, what about
I think that's another feature issue. I think because a lot like Demon Slayer, it came out in theaters with sub and dub, and I don't think the same thing with Dragon Ball Broly, Super Broly. I think for a lot of these movies to get like overseas here, they're gonna have to come sub and dub, and they're only gonna prioritize the dub if it's a very popular series.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
That's what they did with Super Broly though,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
because I don't think they gave a sub option for that movie.
no,
The,
but Demon Slayer they
but in
actually
that case,
they did give a sub dub option. I heard.
even
they
if it
did.
didn't come subbed in like the West, even if it just came dubbed, I think you'd get a better turnout overall because we are generally an English-speaking population in North America.
Exactly. If you want people to come watch your movie, they're probably 95% expecting it to be in their language.
Yeah,
Unless they're walking into
Like
a freaking Quentin Tarantino movie and it's like a retelling of history, then they're like, okay. But in Quentin Tarantino's view, which you're just like, okay, where's my beer? This is gonna be weird.
like the people who want it subbed will absolutely be able to go out and find it subbed. But I think that making sure that it is accessible for as many people in the primary language of that country should be a priority for those movies to do well.
Which also brings the question now, like, there already been announced. There's a Naruto live action movie. There's
Oh, don't get me started on live action movies.
Wait, they announced the Naruto one? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, they have Kishimoto working on the script for it.
So how long ago-
It
how
depends
long
on
ago
how
was
they
that?
handle it.
I think that was like a year ago. I think it was like a year ago.
Was it a year ago? I remember when they announced and I put on Facebook was like, yeah, we don't need this.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll
I
be
mean-
maybe we'll be lucky and the project got scrapped and we won't have to deal with it.
it might be really cool because it's not like they have to make like I mean imagine live action like Attack on Titan. Like I don't
They
know.
did that,
Funny
did they
story.
not?
Funny
No, they
story
did that
about
for
that.
a commercial, did they not?
Funny story about that. There actually is.
I thought it was
And
only
then-
a
and then-
commercial.
And no, there is an actual there's a
yeah.
two-parter Attack on Titan live action Japanese movie, but on top of that, apparently there's supposed to be an American one as well.
Uh-oh.
And I know what's his
Okay,
name, the
well-
guy who plays Ray, not Ray. He's the black guy, John Boyega. He's the black guy in Star Wars. He's like pioneering like he wants that movie made. Like he's been getting
He wants to be the one black dude in Attack on Titan.
probably.
He wants the onion coupon.
No, but
Yes,
from what I
somebody
hear,
to
from what I
coupon.
hear, he wants to be a producer of the movie. Like he's already signed up to be one of the producers for the movies, which is fine because he's shown to me that he's a big fan of it. I heard people want Michael B. Jordan to be producers for the Naruto movie because he came out with a clothing line.
He is. Yeah, I saw that.
He came out with a clothing line inspired by Naruto. He's been very avid about his anime, like how he feels about anime and like how he watches and everything like that. So, I think
Interesting.
having fans who are A-list celebs as producers in movies, not starring them, because I don't want Ghost in the Shell fiasco really. Like,
Oh my god, yeah.
not to say anything rude about Scarlett Johansson, I just think they should have just went with someone who just she kind of looked like the character, but they should have gone with someone different, more in the culture wise. Not to sound racist there.
Well, no, it's not racist.
So basically, I'm
I
saying
mean, if you wanna
shouldn't be
look at that,
white.
and look at Death Note too.
Yeah, that one was
Death
bad.
Note. That Death Note was an unfortunate attempt
Hey,
at
I will still say
cultural satisfaction.
I will still say that to the day. I think they should have cast Zac Efron as Light Young,
Oh my god. Yes. Yes.
and he wanted that too because he said he's a big fan of Death Note, which is hilarious.
Oh my god, that would have been huge memes.
That would be huge memes. But I will say this: if they change the cast a little bit, but keep Willem Dafoe as Ryuk, I think the movie would be fine.
Also,
movie
think of
was
all the
okay
greatest
if you
showman
didn't-
memes that would come of
That's
that.
why I said keep Ryuk. Willem Dafoe as Ryuk. He was a fantastic Ryuk, in my opinion.
No, but I mean, like, you could keep the entire cast. In my opinion, it's just like if you didn't know what happened in the manga, right? If you didn't know,
You would
I
have no
thought
idea.
it was at least a decent movie to
I
watch.
can see that.
You
I
know
can
what
see
I mean?
that. I can see that. If you didn't know anything, you never watched the series, and you just saw it on Netflix and you watch it, you probably say, "Yeah, it's pretty decent."
Because since I've read the manga, seeing Light as a scared little boy as he sees
Yeah, that
Ryu
doesn't
is
sound right.
hilarious and stupid.
Yeah.
Like, why would I want to watch the main character be a scared little boy?
Oh god.
Compared to when he doesn't even flinch.
Oh god.
Exactly.
Ghost. Imagine if they did a live action Code Geass and they did that to Lelouch when he sees C2. I would be just. I would. I.
No, the first death.
The, oh, the
in front of
fir-
him when the soldier
oh,
shoots himself.
Oh my god. I would just feel like, no. No. But I don't think they will ever do that. I don't even think they will even include that scene in, to be honest.
Between that one or the mother's death,
I don't think
you know.
Yeah, I don't think they include a lot of the deaths in it. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows?
The mother's death will probably still be there, but like heavily censored.
Oh.
Or just completely totally
You
different
just
way.
see the shadow and just bullets fly through. That's how they're censored.
All you'll hear is blip, blip, and then,
Oh, she did.
you just see a funeral scene, and that's it.
You'll probably see the guys open fire, and you'll see a cut to the stairs, and just the stairs of blood running down.
Yep, that's it. And you just hear the gunshots.
At that point, I'll just
Yeah.
say the movie does not exist.
Correct.
Let's make it.
That is the correct opinion.
The only media of Code Geass that exists are the first 2 seasons, and that's it.
I'm going to.
Clearly- Clearly, we just have to make the
Yeah, I was
movie.
going to talk about what Kamito said, because Kamito did say a very interesting point.
Okay, you read it.
Kamito says, just going to say, anime should be made as arcs and not movies, including sequels, because my problem with movies is that it's a hit or miss, which Roy talked about a little bit
Hit or
earlier.
miss. I guess I never miss, huh?
Sometimes with
Sorry.
how they are going to develop the movie, if it's a sequel, but if it's like movie original, usually it comes out pretty good. So he's saying that he likes it movie original, but he thinks that arcs should be as arcs, like TV shows.
If you think about
That is
Super
the complete
Brawly,
opposite opinion as me. But
yeah,
I mean, movie arcs could be interesting as well. Because you can get. Because, okay, a movie arc, right? You could literally fit, like, a bunch of things into a movie. Like, you could, like, take an anime episode, for example. Like, I don't think you could fit an arc in an actual whole movie, I don't think. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think you fit an arc, but you could probably fit like 3, 4, 5 episodes in a movie and then keep it going. I don't know how interesting that would be, but It's something.
I mean, okay, like you're not wrong in a way, because I mean, technically, even the Demon Slayer movie didn't fill out like the whole arc of the train
Oh
arc.
yeah, they're missing.
They were
They're missing a lot of it.
they were missing a lot of it, but they got the key points of the arc. They nailed all the key points. And to be honest, if they did this as an anime episodes, that would have been, they could have done that as a whole season, 12 episodes, and you felt like it just dragged on, and it would have been boring. So I'm kind of glad they did it as a movie. And they already announced a season 2. But
Yeah.
which I now know where the movie ends, where season 2 is going to begin, which is very interesting as itself. I think doing movie arcs, it is all depending on the arc. I think if you can do a small arc, and hence,
Shit depends on the arc.
yeah, but it enhance. I think doing these small arcs, it enhances these small arcs and makes people more focused on them. Like you see some of these small arcs, and you're like, they'll spend like a whole season on them. Like My Hero Academia, it's a big one that gets trashed on it a lot because they do it a lot. They'll spend a whole season on these small, crappy arcs, and it's just like, they're not good. They're terrible. Like, they could have been done in like 3 or 4 episodes.
Wait.
They
You
were
think
spending-
My Hero has these crappy? Wait, do you mean in a movie sense or the?
No, I'm talking about in the show. In the show sense.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant it as like a movie.
No. I'm talking about in the show sense. Because My Hero Academia does it in the show sense. They have done training arcs, and they've been like majority of the season. And they're not even good training arcs.
Oh my gosh, that's so.
They're
long.
never good training arcs.
They're-
I mean,
No. There is one that happens in the manga with Endeavor it's not really a training arc, it's like a work arc,
okay. All right.
but it's still not that good. And I hope it's only like 2 or 3 episodes. I hope they don't even spend that long.
Kamito was saying what was said before about how Blitz. You said that they're half canon, half not canon.
Oh, that they're literally made not from the original
They don't fully not follow the original source. I know it's completely a different thing, but apparently it's also like canon, but not canon is what you were saying.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
They fit right in, and they get very vaguely referred to very occasionally.
And you know what doesn't help? That the creator comes out after the movie release, like, oh yeah, when he gets asked, was this, because he says when he's making the movie, I think on the latest one, he said like, oh yeah, this is similar to how I want to end the series. And people are like, wait, so he just show us the ending of the series? Like, what?
Yeah, man. Here's the end.
Yeah, like people were so confused, and then they're reading the manga, and now they're like, wait, what? How is this? What?
How do we get from point A to point B?
Yeah, and it's like, how I look at the My Hero Academia movies is how I look at all Dragon Ball movies from 1 to 13. That's before Battle.
They're all not canon.
They're all not canon.
Oh, those are rough.
What are you
A
talking
lot of those are rough.
The only one that's canon is, well, like 100% canon is the Broly movie. I guess he's never been back. I don't know why. They literally could have brought him back for the Moro arc. I have no idea. They literally show like people passing by Broly's planet, and they're just like, "Oh, there's a high power level." Though, nah, we don't want to go there, and they turn around.
Reference, basically.
It's just a reference, yeah.
It was just a reference in the manga to
just a
show,
reminder.
hey, this happened.
Just to remind us, like, yeah, Broly exists, and that's it.
That's literally it. Which kind of
I mean, I can
sucks.
see Broly getting put to use
Well, I mean, we did talk about this earlier too.
maybe in this arc,
Like,
current arc, maybe.
It's a thing that shonens do a lot. Is original movies that have nothing to do with the storyline. It's all just to throw you in because it has the title of like, hey, it's Naruto the movie, come watch it.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was younger when the movie Naruto Shippuden, the movie got announced, and the trailer. Do you guys remember? It showed Naruto dying, so it kind of hooked you. Like, wait, what? They're not killing off Naruto.
Oh yeah, I remember
Wait,
that.
which movie? Which movie are we referring
The
to?
first Shippuden movie.
First one, I assume.
The first Shippuden.
Blood
was that the-
Prison?
No, that's
Yeah,
not.
that's what I'm thinking. Was it Blood Prison?
No.
No,
No,
Blood Prison was
Blood
6 or
Prison's
7.
No, Blood Prison I think was 5. It's the first one.
Road to Ninja?
What's
I
that?
have no idea what was first.
No,
I
Road
don't
to
think
Ninja is the last Shippuden movie.
Which one?
Road to Ninja.
Oh yeah,
The
Road to
last-
Ninja.
like, the
Road to
last
Ninja.
Shippuden movie.
It's the
Road to
first
Ninja
one.
is
It
really
has like
good.
something with like some purple creatures things, and he had to fight them. And he just, I remember seeing the trailer, like he's just getting ripped up, and he got one. Just he was like fighting them, and then he just gets
Oh, the
step
first movie's literally just called Naruto Shippuden the movie.
dead.
I mean,
Oh.
they can get away with that. They can get away
So
with
there
that.
was Naruto
Rough.
Shippuden the movie, and then Naruto Shippuden the movie The Will of Fire, and then Mario
Bonds.
Bonds,
Mario.
and then The Lost Tower, and then yeah.
Yeah, I love that one. Mario Shippuden. My favorite
Fuck off.
one. Heard of it.
Me too.
Good one.
You heard it here first.
You guys
Oh,
remember?
that's my favorite crossover.
Remember when Mario did the Guts Rasengan? I remember it.
Oh yeah, same thing.
It's the most ambitious crossover since Endgame.
No, I think Bonds was probably my favorite though. I actually liked that movie.
Bonds was pretty good.
Yeah. Even though it made no sense to me story-wise, like there's a zero
Oh,
tail.
no. The one that made almost no sense to me was Blood Prison.
Oh, I'll just keep my mouth shut then.
Why?
I was gonna say Blood Prison was kind of fire though.
It was, but
I'm gonna be
for the
honest.
sake
Blood
of
Prison's the
story-
only one I've actually watched out of the Shippuden movies.
No,
I
but
have to say Road to
Subarushi-
Ninja is my favorite Shippuden movie.
Subarushi, I'm not saying I hated it. I'm just saying it was kind of out there
That is true.
for a
There-
concept.
There were some connecting the dots issues.
Some.
I'm trying to be gentle here. I'm trying to put it lightly.
Nah, screw
they,
that.
They pissed off Killer Bee or the Raikage, if I remember.
Yeah.
Attempted assassination, was it?
I mean, it wasn't really him.
Oh,
But that doesn't matter.
comic though, we did discuss.
There are
this-
also plot
we
holes
actually
big enough to
discussed
drive a
that
plane
earlier.
through.
We actually discussed that earlier. Yeah, Fate/Stay should have just been movies, and they would probably been a fantastic series.
I think it's dependent on which Fate series stuff you're using, though.
He's saying the
I
Fate/Stay
think-
Night one, so the Unlimited Blade Works, Night
Yeah.
itself, and Heavy Fields. I think all three of them should just been movies.
Actually, funny enough, Unlimited Blade Works does have a movie that came out before the anime, and it
Oh,
was not very good.
Let me guess, Studio. Let me guess, Studio Dean. Yeah, probably.
I don't think it was Dean, but let me check.
Probably was. I feel
It's
bad.
like,
but
first of all, let me just quickly open up my notebook here.
yeah, the original studio. Kamito says it was Studio Dean.
Oh yeah, it was Dean. It was
Yeah,
absolutely Dean.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Feels great.
How do you make a great show like Konosuba, but like, just don't do action, Studio Dean. Stick to comedy.
They're
Lord have
not good at
mercy.
animating action. I think they could redo the original Fate route
Probably,
as
yeah.
movies,
I can
and
see
it
them
would
doing
go
that.
really nicely.
I think it would go real nice if they redo it as movies too.
I'd like to see that as a movie series, especially after Heavens feels great success. I think even if they wanted to, they could make something out of Grand Order too, like the what is it, Ultimate Demonic Front Babylonia or whatever.
I swear
Like
they
they have
announced
that
like a
anime?
Grand Older movie or something. Babylon one.
They had the First Order, which takes up the first singularity in the game. And I think what they could do is make each singularity a movie, but that would drag on considering how many singularities there are.
How many are there?
So it really depends a lot.
Oh God.
Where I am in my game, I'm on the 4th singularity, and on my JP account that I've since lost, I'd made it to I think Camelot's the 6th. So I made it, or no, it's Camelot's the 7th. So there's more than 7 singularities.
Holy cow. Damn, Ufotable is just making the money then.
I don't think it would be Ufotable doing it. I don't think Ufotable did the first Grand Order movie, nor do I think they did they definitely didn't do the Babylonia
Well, then
anime.
who did those? Because the anime, at least from what I've seen from the trailers I've seen, it looks still pretty good.
That's the wrong movie. Hold on. Okay. I'm checking First Order here. I wish you'd tell me. I cannot find any. Okay, maybe I'm just a dumbass. Check the. How do I get on the wiki page here? You guys keep going. I'll chime in when I figure it out.
No, I think we should make it very awkward and just be silent until he figures it out. You know, put the pressure on.
Sure. Pressure.
Bastards.
Pressure. Anybody else? Come on. Pressure.
It's not.
Pressure.
Pressure.
There you go.
Pressure.
Hard.
See, the worst part is I actually can't find the Wikipedia page that gives
Pressure.
me all that information.
Oh well.
Kanata says it's developed by Cloverworks. That's what he says. He says that Babylonia is developed by Cloverworks.
I think then it would be, I think it would be within reason to say that it's probably the same for First Order then.
That's interesting because
Which, I mean, I've watched all of Babylonia, I've watched First Order, and the animation in both of them are very good.
I'm very
And I think they would do well as movies.
I'm very shocked that it's Cloverworks because I would never think of that studio because from what I've seen they only do slice of life, so that's very shocking to know that they did Grand Order Babylon. I guess
Here's my next.
I guess action movies are just the ways to go now if you want to make big money.
Whoa, that was A1? Interesting.
What was A1?
Fate Apocrypha.
Oh, nice.
They didn't do a bad job either.
A1 could do good jobs if they wanted to.
Oh yeah.
it-
So what did I hear about an Astolfo cosplay?
We'll talk about
yeah.
we'll talk about
Right,
that
right,
after
right.
stream. We'll talk about that after stream.
No.
Oh, that's
Dude,
fine. I was
if we-
just
If we
Yeah?
hit if this channel, Doctors of Comedy, hits Twitch affiliate by the end, what is it? The end of this week?
Yeah.
Then Blitz, Kroza, and I believe it was who was the other one? Was it Lich?
Nagisa. Nah, that's Nagisa.
Oh, it's Nagisa. Okay, Blitz, Kroza, and Nagisa all have to do an Astolfo cosplay.
I'll throw my name in that ring.
Oh,
And we're extending it another week. That's what I like to hear.
yeah, another week. Let's go.
Hey.
And we'll make the goal even easier. We'll say 45.
Oh,
No, it gotta stay as affiliate.
Okay,
No,
fine, fine.
yeah, keep
I
the
think it should
same,
stay as affiliate,
symbol.
but
Fine. It
we'll
still stays
extend it
affiliate.
another week so that Rory gets his chance to cosplay.
Bet.
What? How close are we, anyways?
Good question.
I don't know what Drax
I'll
at.
check one after a stream's done.
Fair enough.
I'll get the stream.
Looks like Drax at like 32.
We're at 32. Oh wow, 18.
So is my channel.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh, we'll see.
I'm getting scared. Oh.
We can make a movie out of this.
What do you mean?
You want good anime movies? Here's one right now.
I was just thinking the same thing. Oh, we could make a movie, all right. I mean,
Oh no.
Oh no.
anime movie.
But I
One
like
of
where this is
those
going.
off-brand anime movies.
Oh god,
Yeah.
no.
Bruh, at this point I might as well
Yeah.
be the pro
Yeah.
tag.
Get ready for the Nagisa, Kroza, and
hair.
Blitz
Keep the hair.
off-brand
hair for
anime
it.
movie.
Trust me, I have the hair for it.
Cool.
No. Just so you know, Rory, right?
Yep.
On stream now, I normally wear it back in a ponytail now.
Nice.
So, does that not give you any idea?
Oh no, you sent me a picture recently. I only imagine
No,
it being
that's not
more than
recent.
that now.
That's not recent no more.
Perfect.
He's got that protagonist hair. I'm telling you.
All right, so that's a challenge. I hope everybody can make us hit it.
Oh,
It'd be fun to have those.
It would be funny.
So what, does the Doctors of Comedy channel have to reach it, or did Blitz and Nagisa have to reach it? I don't remember.
I remember it being all
Doctors
three.
of Comedy.
I remember it being all three.
I remember it being Doctors of Comedy.
No, I will
I
say
remember it
honestly, it
being
was all
Blitz and
three.
Nagi.
It was all three, but as a joint community, I hope we can all actually hit it.
Yeah. If Doctor's
So if
comedy...
one of them reach it, that person will do the Astolfo cosplay. If two,
Okay, no,
Blitz
okay, here,
did-
no, here. Let's put it as this: if Blitz hits it, he does it. If mine hits it, I'll do it. If Draka Comedy hits it, we all do it regardless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair?
that's fair.
If my channel that doesn't exist hits it, I'll.
I mean, you're part of the group. That's why we all go down as a group.
No.
Yeah, you're part of the. They all do it.
Does that sound fair?
I mean, it sounds fair to me.
Just start streaming RE speedruns. There you go.
Fuck, I could too.
Bro, you'll gain so much people so quickly because it's like a trending game right now. So
Wait, what
And
game?
People like speedruns.
yeah.
Oh, speedrunning?
Speedrunning like Resident Evil Village.
Oh,
And you could throw some goofy mods in the mix for entertainment.
I know for me, hopefully by next week, I can start trying to do 3 houses. Oh,
Nice. That'd be cool.
I would love to
nigga.
be on voice call with you for that.
maddening, man.
I'm still waiting to be on voice call when certain things happen in a certain person's Resident Evil game.
Shush, shush, shush.
Who
We'll get there.
Who, Subarashi's or Croz's?
Both,
Mine. Well, yeah, both, I guess.
but
I got peer pressured
Whoever
into
gets
buying
it
it, so.
you
Yeah.
get peer pressure into shit.
Yeah, I think you
You-
just broke.
You bought it, and that gave me reason enough to buy it,
Before
okay?
we end stream and podcast,
You pressured yourself.
Comment to ask us a question saying, do we usually watch our anime movies online or do we go to the theaters?
We don't have most of them in our theaters. A good chunk of them we do, but for the most part, especially with the newest Demon Slayer, no, our theaters aren't even
open. Right
open.
now. Yeah.
We're not
Yeah,
allowed to even see
yeah,
each other
given-
really in person.
Given our current state of affairs, we can't exactly go see anything in theater right now.
The only ones that really showed were Pokemon ones for the most part were in our theaters. That's popular. Anything mainstream.
Yeah.
Naruto.
DBZ.
Not even really. I didn't see those, but
Oh,
DBZ
he-
completely.
he said-
DBZ.
I've never seen a Naruto
It was in
movie.
select theaters, though. Like, the movies
Yeah.
were in very selected theaters.
He's also saying before the
It was just-
he's saying before the pandemic.
It was
by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, but
It's
even
always
then,
much
it was,
easier
like,
to just see them
very select
online.
few.
Even then, I don't know if we would have gotten the Demon Slayer one.
No, we would have gotten it. I'm pretty sure.
We would
I-
have gotten it.
I think it
It's
was
such a
popular,
big
like,
thing.
not-
It's
not
blowing
in our
up. We
general-
would have gotten it.
Like not in our general area, but like if we went towards like maybe the city or something, it'd be down there.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I can see it being at both movie theaters downtown, like just at Dundas Square and the other one. Where is it? Young Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could believe that.
Or at least, or like at a theater that has IMAX as well.
Yeah.
Because I know the Dragon Ball movie that wasn't like that. What we didn't have to go downtown to see it. Just had to go somewhere else that had IMAX.
Oh yeah, we went to Landmark for that.
We went to
Yes.
Landmark, but it depends because I've never seen an Naruto movie like over here show up in theaters.
Oh, that's rare.
Yeah, neither.
I think it just depends on who has like the rights to it. So if it's Funimation, there's an okay chance we'll see it. But if it's someone else, then
Right.
we
Well,
probably aren't gonna get
Less
it.
of a chance.
Even
Any-
Slayer got brought over here partly because Funimation had a say in it.
Yeah, that was. I think it was the partnership that helps, and I think it's also like. Can we briefly talk about Sony owning like the whole anime media industry here in the West? Because that's kind of scary in my opinion right now. They
Fair
own.
enough.
They own Funimation. They own Aniplex. They own Crunchyroll, and they own Viz. That's like all four of them just run the West Coast how we get our anime, and they hold their own industries. That's also why Demon Slayer got leaked on the PS4, and they.
Man, that was funny.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That was hilarious. I got a free movie out of that.
Oh, did you seriously?
Yeah, and they refunded me twice. That was funny too.
Wait, they refunded you money? Wow. Okay.
Like okay, I bought the movie, and then like a day later they took it away, and they gave me my $12 back. But I did a cheeky thing and downloaded like PlayStation Video and then downloaded it to my phone, so I still have it.
Right.
So I got a free movie, and then like a day or two later they gave me $12 more.
That's
For nothing.
hilarious.
Right.
That's
So
hilarious.
I'm like $24 and a free movie. Let's go.
We love you.
Yeah,
so
so
Well
remember when
played.
we were ending?
Yeah, we're ending. Okay, I guess that's it for the podcast and stream.
Thank you for coming to our podcast. We do not know what our next topic is. Does anyone have any ideas?
So why
Questions for
redo a
later.
healer to get a movie?
Oh,
Absolutely not.
You need to chill on that.
No.
Thursday.
Oh my god.
Cold shower.
Bro, hold on.
No.
Bro, you
No shower for you.
Bro,
Just
you
get out.
you could go watch that by yourself with all the NTR fans, okay?
All the what?
Bet.
I have a feeling I don't understand something here.
We'll explain that to you later.
We'll explain it to you after.
It's not something for Twitch TOS.
All right.
I think our next topic will be just. We haven't done a bracket in a while. We may do a bracket.
Ooh, bracket would be fun.
Oh baby, here we go.
Redoing.
I love starting fights.
Are there any Earth type users in anime other than Toph?
Toph's
Oh,
not an
none that
anime
matter.
character.
Not that they matter. That's so true.
We've got like Gara. Gara's all we've got.
Yeah, but that's
We got-
sand. That's like very slightly different. Okay.
That's Earth. Fuck right off. We
Alright.
can fill an Earth bracket with nothing but Naruto characters.
Alright, it's like becoming summer. I think we should just do fire.
I
You're just
bet.
the fire. You're just the fire biased.
Fine. You want?
Or no, why? Okay, what about?
We could do water if you want to do water.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. We already did.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
water
just wanted
would
to say
do.
that. I just wanted to say that.
We already did ice. We already did ice, and we already know how that one went. Looking at you, Subarashi.
Toshiro. Toshiro.
I don't know who that is.
Sure, Kamito, you can
Toshiro
probably join the next
Hitsugaya
bracket.
from Bleach won
Ah.
the ice bracket. My boy.
Yeah, we're probably either doing water, or ice, ice, fire, water, fire.
Well, I mean, considering it's getting hot out, we can either roll with the heat and just crank it, or we can get some nice, refreshing water.
I think that was the point.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm phrasing it more entertainingly.
All right.
All right. Well, we end the stream and podcast. Thank you for coming out.
Remember, sub and we all do a Stolfo cosplay.
Yep. And
I think you
since,
mean follow.
since we got another
I'll
member
look
joining,
the
in,
best.
that's
Follow,
an
my
extra
bad.
week.
Make sure to
I'll
tweet
even.
that out,
I'll
Blitz.
even. If that's the case, I'll shave my legs.
Oh!
No, don't shave your legs. You gotta, you
yeah,
gotta.
no, don't do it. Don't do it.
No, don't do it. Yeah, we gotta do this.
You know what? Fine. You want to make it more appealing?
What are you gonna do?
I'll shave my ass cheeks too, man. I'm just-
Well, I mean, hey, man. If it's what we gotta do for the cosplay to make it more realistic, it's what we gotta do.
no.
Too many details. Too many details.
Oh.
Rory, if you don't have your beard in that cosplay, I will be disappointed.
Aw, come on, man.
Oh wait, so I
You
should-
need it. You need to have it.
Oh,
How
so-
am I gonna pass off as the trap with it though? Come on.
Color it purple or pink.
Bet.
All right, 2 weeks.
Oh.
Okay, bye.